The question is, what happens if you respond late to an NIP? So let's concentrate on the scenario where you're the registered keeper of a vehicle. That vehicle has been caught by a speed camera. The police send out a combined notice of intended prosecution and requirement to provide driver details. Two parts to that. There's the NIP part, which is just a notice saying you're going to be prosecuted or somebody's going to be prosecuted. Then the requirement to provide driver details. The Section 172 notice, as it's also sometimes known, is the bit where you have to respond saying either I was the driver, I wasn't the driver, somebody else was driving, I don't know who was driving, or whatever your response might be. Now, you have 28 days from the date that the notice is served on you to respond. And the notice is deemed to be served by the law 2 business days after it was posted by the police. So technically, by the 29th day, you could be committing an offence of failing to provide driver information, and that is worth a fine of up to £1,000 and 6 penalty points. 6 is it's almost like a tariff. It can't be fewer than, it can't be more than 6 penalty points. You could also technically be disqualified from driving as well. So if you don't respond in that time, you commit the offence. There is a defence. If you can show that it was not reasonably practicable for you to have responded during that time, then that could be a defence. And you would have to show that you didn't respond and that was reasonable. For example, you were away on holiday and you just missed the deadline or something like that. If you've moved or you no longer get post at that particular address, then that wouldn't be a defence. So those are the consequences. Having said that, if you've just missed the deadline by a few days, then it's very, very unlikely that any police force is going to take any action against you as long as you nominate who the driver was and that driver is able to be processed for the speeding. Then the police, although they technically could prosecute you just for a few days over the limit, they almost certainly wouldn't do. Once you're over the limit by a few weeks or months, then it's very likely that you would be prosecuted. Many police forces will prosecute you for the original speeding offence, for example, and failing to provide driver information. And so sometimes when you go to court in certain areas of the country, then you could still potentially plead guilty to the original speeding offence.